Elden Ring has been beat in under 9 minutes. If you don't want to see any spoilers, flee now because I'm about to show some late game stuff, including bosses. Speedrunner Distortion 2 has been steadily breaking record after record when it comes to the unrestricted 80% run of Elden Ring, and now, not only has Distortion 2 finally cracked the 10-minute barrier, but he went a step further and has posted a sub 9-minute run with the official time of 8 minutes and 56 seconds. In the past, Elden Ring fundamentally as a game had two challenges when it comes to rolling the credits. First, physically traversing the world to get to where the final boss is, and secondly, collecting enough runes along the way so that the player character is strong enough to win that final fight. However, a new input-based trick has been discovered which is allowing speedrunners to jump around the map as well as beat bosses at blistering speeds. When the current record holder, Distortion 2, posted his first sub 30-minute run, he made a note of a glitch that was discovered, which would allow players to basically fling themselves across the lands between. At the time, no one had yet figured out how to reproduce the glitch or use it effectively in a run, but now it's been discovered that by holding block and then walking for an exact number of frames, players can zip great distances. The new technique is now referred to as zipping, and if done just right, it can also be used to kill bosses by entering an arena to trigger a boss fight and then leaving it by getting far enough away and then returning. Another key component to these incredibly fast runs of Elden Ring are wrong warps, which are basically when the game loses track of where a player character should be, so it puts them in a default respawn area. Then in addition, there's also points where you'll see speedrunners just quickly quit a game, which helps with wrong warps, but also quitting allows speedrunners to avoid long animations or even like an accidental death or something that comes up. It's not always the best answer to like a mistake per se that a speedrunner will make, but you'll see them use this technique quite frequently. On Distortion 2's current world record time, there's a top comment by YouTube user Sketchy who explains the whole run in great detail. But to summarize, Distortion 2 uses zips and wrong warps to acquire the necessary checks to reach the 4 belfries, which has a gate to the last area of the game, Farum Azula. From there, zips are used to get to the Malekith boss arena, and then 2 sets of 3 perfect zips combined with a plunging attack are used to get through both of Malekith's phases. Again, by entering and leaving the boss arena, the game's code, through some logic, determines that the boss has been defeated. Next, Distortion 2 zips to the Godfrey arena, and then by zipping through it and getting far enough away, the game marks both Godfrey and the Elden Beast as defeated, therefore completing the run. Now, zipping around a game world and beating the final boss without even having to attack it may seem like an easy task, but what's important to remember is that aiming these zips is pretty tricky and executing them has to be frame perfect. For an unrestricted 80% run, macros are not allowed. All the inputs have to be done by the player. Oftentimes, speedrunners make their runs look easy, but remember, it's because they're practicing these motions and these inputs hundreds, if not thousands of times. In the description of Distortion 2's YouTube video, he writes, "We'll keep grinding for this sub 7 minutes. Zip consistency is getting insane. Malekith skip is my nemesis though." So there you have it. Elden Ring beat in under 9 minutes. And counting, apparently. I wanted to make a special note that speedrunning is usually a community effort. So, there's obviously speedrunners who are breaking these records and setting new times, but there's also the community that supports them, as well as active runners who are figuring out new impressive ways to kind of circumvent the traditional barriers that a game puts forward in terms of, trying to progress through it. That said, Distortion 2 has kind of just been running the headlines with each new record that he's accomplished, but I also wanted to shout out other speedrunners. Ginz right now is believed to be the first person to do a sub 10-minute run, and then there's also Mitchriz, who posted a 9-minute and 40-second run, which I think is definitely an achievement. Just wanted to shout out those 2 speedrunners too. All right, that's gonna do it for today. I hope you guys like seeing people break Elden Ring. It's kind of fun to see these speedrunners in action and go through the process of trying to beat a game as quickly as possible with no limitations. There's glitchless runs too, and I'm sure a lot of those are coming if that's more of your thing, or you can find them out there on YouTube. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been Inside Gaming, and we'll catch you in the next video.